Welcome to the Cuse Militia Podcast with those two unapologetically biased, orange-blooded homers, Sean and Joe.
What's up, Cuse Nation? Thanks for tuning into the Cuse Militia Podcast with Sean and Joe. If you like it, please share it. The universal handle for the socials is at Cuse Militia. Go there, join the militia. We are the only Syracuse sports podcast centered around giving you, the fans, a voice. And look, as promised, we are back, and it is like, there's just so much stuff that, we might as well just come on every morning, Joe. That's what we should do. We should just have a show every morning. That way we can go over these things without feeling rushed. What do you say?
I say I have another job.
Oh, okay. But sometimes people don't know that, by the way. I'm just saying. I've gotten emails about that. So, anyway, how come you guys aren't on every day? Because we work. We really don't get that much money for this. Anyway, with that said, this is Happy Monday, everybody, by the way. This is another 2 days in a row for us, which is the second time this season we've done this, and I think the third altogether in almost 3 years. So, anyway, Oklahoma State preview plus the Penn State or Ole Miss, which we whether we win or lose, we'll play either the winner or loser of that game. So, we will give you the rundown on that. Plus, Wake Forest comes into the Dome for Senior Day this Saturday. We'll go over that. Also, James Zuba from Noon's Magician, Syracuse basketball beat writer for Noon's Magician, will be on. I guess we're going to try to have him on Friday. He's actually going to be at the games. So we're going to have him on Friday, hopefully, if everything lines up. And we're going to do buy, sell, or hold. I'm just throwing that out there now. All of y'all that listen know how buy, sell, or hold works. But
hopefully,
some people, by now I think we got it. But some people on the socials, they get a little confused about the actual, how this is supposed to go. So everybody who listens gets it. So look for the prompt on social media for that, and we will choose the 3 questions that James, Joe, and I will talk about. Well, they're not really questions; they're more statements. And then, right? So we'll choose the statements that you present, and there's only 3 of them. So the 3 best get on, and the 3 that will create the most controversy, or not controversy, but conversation, I should say. So. Right?
Better word.
Yes, it is a better word. So, anyway, I digress. Look, guess what? Guess who's back? Back again. Guess, Joe. Guess.
My bookie.
My bookie is back. Good job. It's almost like you knew. Crazy. Attention,
you
past.
Told me.
I know. Attention, past, present, and future MyBookie players. If you have bet online before and you know what it's all about, go ahead, try MyBookie out if you have not yet. But if you are not sure what online betting is all about, hey, just do the research, make sure it's right for you. But here is the deal. For this week only, MyBookie is offering a risk-free bet on the Bears-Lions game. Simply choose a team against the spread for $250, for up to $250. If you win, congrats. You've got an extra holiday spending money. If you lose, congratulations. You still have extra money because you didn't spend any. MyBookie will give you all your money back. It's a no-brainer because you literally cannot lose. It's no risk, all gravy. I think we remember this from last year, right, folks? It doesn't matter whether you're an experienced player or a first-time customer. MyBookie welcomes all that come to play. So quit waiting around and sign up today. Do you find yourselves wanting to sports bet and have lots of questions? Don't sweat it. MyBookie's patient customer service team can walk you through the process. And the best part is, if you join now, you'll still have one last shot to take advantage of the incredible sign-up offer. Just log on to mybookie.ag and make your first deposit with the promo code CHAIR. That's CHAIR. And MyBookie will match your deposit dollar for dollar to jumpstart your bankroll. And that's on top of the risk-free bet, guys. So let me repeat. That's guaranteed deposit match and a risk-free bet only for this week. So if you're a true football fan You do not want to let this opportunity pass you by. You simply cannot lose. Make sure you do your part. Support your team or this team, the Cuse Nation team, or your football team this season. Hop on the gravy train and get in on the action with MyBookie. Listen, match dollar for dollar, up to $1,000. Do it. Use the promo code CHAIR, mybookie.ag. You play, you win, you get paid. Thank you, MyBookie. So, it's all gravy. You get it? You get it? You see what they did there with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
Happy Turkey Day.
Gobble, gobble. So, all right. Manscaped will be back, hopefully, guys. If you missed out on that offer, you're just going to have to wait. Joe, you look extremely sad. You've either missed the offer.
No, I'm not at all. I'm actually the opposite of sad.
Okay. He's no fun, folks. Isn't he such a bum? He is such a bum. All right, look. Syracuse is going to head to New York City, and they're going to play the first of two games in the NIT Tipoff at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. They'll play Wednesday night at 7 o'clock on, guess what, folks? ESPN2. Finally, a nationally televised game. So, other than the Virginia game, which, I mean, let's move on.
What Virginia game?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. So they will, like I mentioned, they'll play the winner or loser of the Ole Miss Penn State game, whether or not we win or lose. You get it. You guys get it. The all-time series. Well, so we're going to go over Oklahoma State right now, and then we'll hit the other two real quick. The all-time series sits at 3-2. In favor of the Cowboys, actually. Syracuse and Oklahoma State first met in 1986 with the Orange winning that game 73-62. And they've met twice in the NCAA tournament, and they split those games 1-1. The Cowboys have won the last two games. The last one in 2006. The Cowboys sit now at 5-0, but won a couple close ones. One against Oral Roberts. 80-75. 6'7" forward Cameron McGriffin, 6'6" guard Lindy Waters led the Cowboys in scoring, each with about just over 12 points. So, Joe?
Yes.
This is where you come in.
Hi,
Joe. Everybody, Joe. Joe, everybody.
Yes. No, you hit on some good guys. Two of the guys that I was going to talk about, they also have couple other big guards, Isaac Keeley and Thomas Ziagwa.
I love
Ziagwa hits about 42 point. He's 43% from the 3-point line. And they have a forward 6'10", about 235, 240 pound guy. Yor and these just tough names. But
right.
They're a big team. Those guards are 6'4". Lindy Waters is a 6'6" guard. He's their main guy. He shoots 40% from the 3-point line. And overall, I can see them giving us some fits, especially if they can get on the offensive glass. They're definitely not a bad team, that's for sure. So
no, they're all right.
It's going to be a formidable opponent. Just, another. We had that Virginia game. Now we had a bunch of kind of lower level competition, non-conference games, and now let's kind of see where the growth has been and what we're going to do with what our team looks like now. And looking at this, at Ken Palm right now, he has us at 37, and I believe, he has Oklahoma State at 49. So possibility to be a pretty good game. They don't shoot a lot of threes. But the couple of guys that do, they shoot them at a pretty good clip. So you're looking at Ziagwa and Lindy Waters, Lindy Waters is the main guy there. He's going to play over 30 minutes. And he's a playmaker. He makes unusual plays, and he's been known to be clutch as well. So hope those guys aren't really clicking or on fire come Wednesday night. Make it a little bit easier, and as long as we keep an eye off the glass, then I think we'll be all right. But I think there's going to be times where they're going to see some success against our defense. So again, it's going to be a close game, but the little things and then just keeping them off the offensive glass, I think we should be okay unless they just shoot the lights out.
Yeah, we've actually been pretty good with, rebounding in general. I mean, there's the UVA game, obviously, was a little tough. I think there was another one in there, if I remember right. Maybe it was Colgate, maybe? Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. Anyway, how's the center matchup look, Joe? That's my concern.
Well, your and I, again, is 6'10", 235, so he's going to be, I mean, kind of right there as far as the same size of Barama. He's probably got a little bit more meat on the bone. And I'm also worried about the size of the guards against our guards. So, again, this is going to be the next step to see what it's like against, Power 5 size and strength and athleticism. So I know Anai, he's had some pretty good games. He's had some double-doubles. And looking at their schedule, they're 5-0. But, I mean, they really haven't had the most difficult schedule. I mean, Oral Roberts, Missouri, Kansas City, Charleston, Yale, Western Michigan. And, Yale and Western Michigan, they were single-digit wins. So, again, they really haven't played anybody like that.
Oral Roberts.
We've played Virginia. And, Oral Roberts that was a 5-point game. So, we've played Virginia. We've played better competition. So, this is going to be their first look at real competition as well. So I'd like to say that we have the advantage, but again, they do have size and
they have the experience over us too, which isn't saying much, but that helps. So
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it bodes well, I suppose,
Doesn't write the ending, but it can help.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
So, anyway, all right, well, I guess I don't really know what to expect. I don't have a ton to say about it because it's one of those games where, well, put it like this, and this is just basic basketball BS, okay? If we can come out strong and we start hitting shots early, okay. All right, I want to see something different. We've done this a couple times this year, and once we've had our foot on the gas, we really haven't let up. There was a little bit of a let up against Cornell, but with that said, we started strong and kind of fade a little bit, and then came back in the second half. But
right.
You're going to have those games. I just don't want to start slow. In New York City and Barclays Center, we don't know what kind of crowd's going to be there. You're not, it's a
no. Sometimes when you get on the right, but sometimes when you get on that big stage and you're a young team, that sometimes it takes a little while. So
exactly, yeah.
Again, don't go in with crazy expectations, but just hope.
We get two games no matter what, too. By the way, so
I'm sure it'll keep it close. What's that?
We get 2 games no matter what, and I mean last year was kind of brutal. Remember Cuse in the city last year? That was really bad.
Yeah,
that was football was playing too. Notre Dame, in Yankee Stadium. And who did we lose against? Oregon and...
Yeah, I think that we were playing against a little bit better teams.
Yeah.
Last year.
Oregon was ranked, right, when we lost against them? Was it Oregon or was it... Yeah.
Bowl.
Yes, Bowl. Yes, of course. How could I forget?
Yes.
Okay, so whether we win or lose, another game on Wednesday will be Penn State versus Ole Miss. And whether we win or lose, we'll determine whether we play the winner or loser of this game. So, Ole Miss, Joe, sits at 4-1. Most recently, losing to 16th ranked Memphis. That's their loss, 87-86. And then Penn State is currently 5-0. They got wins over Georgetown, which is a pretty impressive win from what I've seen from Georgetown so far this year. 81-66. And Bucknell, they beat Bucknell as well, 98-70. Yeah. Yep. So, Bucknell got 70 on them. I guess I don't know, but Bucknell had a bad night against us.
They also just squeezed out a 2-point win against Yale. So,
yeah. So, Joe, I guess let's do this like this. Who would you rather play? And give me contrast the two, but I want to know in the ideal situation for Syracuse fans and a young Syracuse basketball team. Who would you rather play? I mean, I think I know, but
I guess it all really depends on where you want to look as far as whether or not it's going to help your resume at the end of the year. But looking at all these 4 teams, when I look at Ken Pom, like I said, he's got He's got Penn State at 32, who's the highest ranked team in this tournament. Us at 37. Then he's got Oklahoma State at 49 and Mississippi at 53. So, I mean, realistically, you could possibly be looking at basically 4 bubble teams. So this tournament could bode out to be actually really important when it comes to the end of the year.
Yeah.
And just looking at the games and the schedules and how they play, Penn State shoots a lot more threes, and they haven't lost a game. And I do believe, as much as Tyree's a pretty good player over there at Mississippi, I believe that Penn State has the better player in Lamar Stevens. And I mean, he's 6'8", 225-pound guy who is averaging 17 points, 8 rebounds, and that's just the type of guy that I can see just giving us fits in the middle of that zone. So I would rather play Mississippi, no doubt about it. If I was a Syracuse fan, I would be, depending on what happens with us.
Well, you want to play the winner, right? Okay, I mean, so there's that.
Obviously, right? We want to be able
Right,
to win.
right.
So, I mean, but realistically, these teams are all pretty close, and the games can go either way if any of the teams really have a lot of egregious errors, turnovers, things like that, or just don't show up to play.
Syracuse been really good this year. Syracuse basketball has been really good at taking care of the ball. They've been pretty good.
No,
thus far.
You have to keep it going.
Yeah,
On Wednesday and Thursday for sure.
And I mean, like I said last night, and when we did that show for whatever it was, this is gonna be their first real test. I'm not even gonna count UVA. I mean, because that was just the first game of the season. It's just that whole thing was weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, and then now some of the roles and rotations have came out. I mean, Jalen Carey played a majority of that game, and or at least half of it. And now, Joe's the point guard, and we have a rotation, and the roles are starting to figure themselves out. So we're just completely more prepared as a team going into any game, no matter who we're playing now, than we were at Virginia. So, and don't get me wrong, nobody that we play Wednesday or Thursday is at Virginia.
No, absolutely not. But it's more. I would say it's more on our competition level. Like really, it's really even keeled, like you mentioned, kind of.
Well, like you were talking about yesterday, it's a good measuring stick.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be really good, and we're gonna see what a Joe Girard, what a Gary A, and what's the other one there? Help me out. Goodine can do with on a big stage for the first time. I mean, well, they did play the UVA game, which was big, and they've been in the dome, but that's different. It's different being in front of a crowd that is rooting for you than maybe a split crowd. I tend to believe that this is going to be mostly Syracuse heavy crowd, but you
might get some good Penn State fans if it ends up being.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that
being
far,
a championship game, but at the end of the day, it's a tournament that's at an NBA, neutral court, NBA arena. So on ESPN2. So definitely brings a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well,
just can't go 0-2 like last year.
Can't go 0-2, man. That really put us in a hole last year. And I feel like if we can come out of this thing 1-1, I'll be happy. So, and there's a possibility for 2-0, but there's also a possibility for 0-2. So, like I said, I just don't know what to expect.
And that's what we talked about last night when we were talking about this next 5-game stretch. I mean, this is going to be kind of like, okay, what kind of hole are we going to have to dig ourselves out of come ACC play?
Exactly, and like you mentioned, the extra 2 ACC games. We got Georgia Tech coming up too, so that's another ACC game. That's going to be huge.
Yep. And that's an away game as well.
Yep. And then the away game against Georgetown, I think, is right before that. And so...
or after.
Is it right after? Okay. Either way, they're back to back.
Right.
And that's going to be a huge... This next run for Syracuse basketball is going to be the most important thing until we get into, halfway through conference play and we start to look at the net ratings and all that stuff. I mean, that's not that far away. It's not that far away. You take those. No,
it's not.
You take those.
And they got to be able to compete
away.
Close games. That's all. You just can't be embarrassed by these games. You got to be able to go in there and at least look like we're supposed to be there.
Exactly. Keep the energy up and take care of the ball. Take care of the ball. Keep the energy up and try to be there for the boards and you got yourself a game. I think no matter what. So I think just with the talent we got. So we will see. We will see. I'm excited. I am. I can't tell you how excited I am. I love these little tournaments in the beginning of the year. So, all right. Look, we want to tell you all about Wake Forest. But before I do that, here's the deal. 75% of our audience is males, and the other 25 is females. So 100% of you, listen up. This is the deal. If you want to increase your performance or your man's performance and get extra confidence in bed, BlueChew.com is the place to go. That's blue like the color, BLUE Chew.com. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so you know it works. You can take them anytime, day or night, on a full or empty stomach, and since they're chewable, they work up to twice as fast as the pill, so you can be ready whenever the opportunity arises. And if you could benefit from extra function and more confidence when it counts, Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. Most guys talk a good game, but Blue Chew helps those guys follow through. Blue Chew is prescribed online and ships straight to your door in a discreet package, so no in-person doctor's visits, no waiting in the pharmacy, and best of all, no more awkwardness. They're made in the USA, and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy. Right now, we've got a special offer for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use a special promo code ARMCHAIR. Just pay the $5 shipping. Again, that's Blue Chew, BlueChew.com. Use a promo code ARMCHAIR. Try it for free. Blue Chew, just pay the $5 shipping. Blue Chew is a better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the Cuse Militia and Armchair Media. Remember, they don't promise guaranteed results, and nowhere does it say that it cures disease. And hey, I'm going to save this, but I actually have a listener testimonial for Blue Chew, by the way. I received an email, and I saw it come through, and I started to read it just on the cover of my phone without opening it, and so that's that's how I know what it is. But I did not open it and read it. I totally forgot. I just reminded myself as I was reading that. So next time, look forward to that. Look forward to that. Okay. All right. Look, Syracuse is going to stay in the Dome. It's senior day this Saturday at 12:30. A very nice early game, middle of the day. Send off the seniors right, and they're going to play Wake Forest. Wake Forest is 8-3, 4-3 in the ACC, and they're coming off a 39-27 win over Duke. They took total control of that game on the ground. They rushed for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wake swept the Big Four in North Carolina this year, beating Duke, UNC, and NC State. So that's pretty good. The all-time series between Syracuse and Wake Forest sits at 5-3 in favor of the Orange. Quarterback Jamin Newman has thrown for 2,622 yards and 23 touchdowns. He's also the third leading rusher with 464 yards on 151 attempts and 6 touchdowns. Cade Carney, we mentioned him last night. He's got 131 carries for 502 yards. And with only 80 carries, Kenneth Walker III leads the team with 523 yards. And 6'3", Sage Surratt? He leads receivers with 1,001 yards, just over the 1,000 yard mark. Wake's offense ranks 17th to Cuse's 75th, and their defense ranks 77th to Cuse's 111. So, Joe, I saw some possible roster changes that I read about. I guess they're not like set in stone or very, what do I want to say? It's not confirmed, but Nolan Conley, Nolan Cooney in for Hoffrichter, and possibly Gerard Jordan in for Sean Riley on kickoffs.
Okay. Makes sense. Did you see those kickoff returns last week?
Yeah. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. I saw that at Noons Magician. You can go check that out at newsmagician.com. So, Joe.
Okay. Well, I know based upon Dino Baber's press conference, he was still pretty hopeful that Hoffrichter was going to be able to play. So,
all right, timeout too. Hoffrichter did make one of the third finalists for the Ray Guy Award.
Yes, he did.
So thanks everybody who voted. That's awesome. Hopefully he can come out and play. would be obviously not good if he could not come out and play.
Most likely he wouldn't win.
Exactly. And so hopefully he's okay, first and foremost, but hopefully he can play. And also, that's it. That's all I got. Also nothing. Go ahead,
Safety
Joe.
first.
Yes.
I'm just saying safety first, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Go ahead.
I'm just this Wake Forest team. I don't know. It's pretty much looking exactly the way that some of these last pass
rushing.
Yeah, the rushing teams that we talked about. Yeah, and I mean, we talked about this even earlier in the season when I brought up, the Wake Forest, the Boston College. I thought Pittsburgh was going to be a little bit better at it, but they lost some running backs and some linemen, so they didn't have that type of game this year. But like we talked about, everyone that's ran 12 personnel just kind of ran all over us, and I hope that that's not the case this Saturday. But
you think they'd be able to prepare for it, knowing what's coming?
Well, they got to know what's up, and again, we have a lot of seniors, so I hope they can actually show up and come out and give it one last hurrah. And really, I just hope that's the case, because it could get ugly if we kind of just give up or throw in the towel, and I don't want to see it like that. So, and I don't think these kids
have not
will,
seen that yet this year. I can't imagine them doing it on senior day.
No. Yeah. So, again, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Hopefully they can find it in their way to figure out how to beat this offense, maybe fourth time's a charm. But looking at the positives, we have been able to run the ball better and score better, and our offenses look better. So, if our defense can step up and we can maybe capitalize on some of these turnovers, or maybe our defense can score like at Duke, then, maybe we can get this final W, send these seniors off the right way. Although, it won't be a bowl game. You always obviously want to win.
Well,
so
you don't want that 4-8 season hanging over your head again. Like I've heard 4-8 over 1 million times the past 4 years, and it's annoying. Hey, which is why we didn't hear you pop a top in the beginning of the shows, because you're drinking bottles.
Yeah.
Look at you. Don't do that. Did
you hear that bottle twist?
I heard it, but it's not the same though.
I know. I'm sorry.
As the open can pop.
The store was out of cans. I don't know what to tell you. God.
Why are you so angry right now?
Go over this every time. Look, you always want to end the season looking at a positive note, trying to gain experience and get better in certain aspects, knowing that, there's going to be certain groups that are going to be more or less the same going into next year. And you also want to end the note, sending out the seniors and people leaving on a good note.
That Cade Carney takes the bulk of the carries, and besides the quarterback, but he hasn't been really stellar. He was really good against Duke, but he's struggled.
Yeah, but he's also, he's a big boy. He's tough to bring down, and he's an
animal. Yeah,
he has his game. So again, it's really just going to come down to.
What are you hemming and hawing about? What are you hemming and hawing about anyway?
I'm hemming and hawing about because I just wish that this game actually was for a bowl. And, we're sitting here talking about it. As much as I'm going to sit down and watch it and want them to win just as much as any other game.
We want them to go 5-7, Joe. We don't want them to go 4-8.
I understand, obviously.
I'm just saying. You're awfully testy today. And it's I don't know what it is, but you're awfully testy today. I'm sensing your fuse is short. Now, Joe has been really good in his adult years with the fuse. Right? Is that fair to say, Joe?
It's fair assumption.
It wasn't always like that, though. It was a short fuse. You got a short fuse today. Well, why? He's laughing, but he's not really laughing.
There's no particular reason, Sean.
Okay. Was this? Look, if whoever is at the store where Joe gets his beer, please stock cans. If you're listening, please stock cans.
It's not.
The bottles obviously really piss this guy off. Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
You're the one that brought it up.
I was thinking. I was
fine popping bottles over here until you had to bring it up.
I was just thinking I didn't hear it, and then I saw you take a sip out of that glass bottle, and I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't hear it. Because I'm a can guy, too. When I drink beer, I'm a can guy. So I get it. Something about the cold steel. Aluminum steel. The cold...
Yeah. I was going to say, it's definitely not steel. I don't know what
the cold aluminum steel. Something about it keeps that beer nice and cold. But we are way off track. So, Joe,
you're right.
Syracuse opened up as a 6-point underdog against Wake Forest. My bookie's back, Joe. We're here to do it again. 6 points given to Syracuse. What do you got? He's typing, folks. He's on his computer.
Is it really 6 points?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, come on. When was the last time you checked it?
This afternoon. Are you wasting time right now by trying to argue with me? Wasting time so you can look it up?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking it up because I don't trust you.
You have every right not to trust me because I usually pencil whip these things and I go off of memory. So you have every right not to believe me. But I'm almost positive it's 6 points. I doubt it moved. I think it came out today.
All right. So currently my bookie 1230. Wake Forest is a 4.5-point favorite.
Oh.
So,
all right.
Obviously, Vegas has been. Well, I think this has a lot to do possibly with the back-to-back playing Duke weeks and how it looked, right?
Okay.
I just think that Duke's a little bit more set up to be able to handle them a little bit more, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough because it has moved like that, and I've been a homer.
Vegas Insider 6-point underdog according to Vegas Insider. That's what it opens up.
Right now, I just looked at my bookie and it's 4.5. So I mean, are we doing my bookie or?
Yes, we're doing my bookie. We're going by my bookie. MyBookie.ag.
What does it say on Manscaped.com? What's the spread on Manscaped?
The spread on Manscaped. Do you really want me to go there?
So, anyway.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, because obviously I'm sour.
Yeah, you are.
Pissed me off.
Yeah, you are.
I was
so
a homer,
sour
so you know what? I'm taking Wake Forest.
What? Wow. Holy moly, folks. He just did a 180 on us. Shocking the world. Joe's going to take Wake Forest and hope Syracuse...
no, I don't hope.
No. Hold on. Well, I get this strategy because I do this strategy all the time. You're basically paying for them to win. If they win, you win.
No, I'm not.
If they lose, you win.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to be
realistic.
Yes.
So you have a bad gut feeling about this one.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fair enough. But you've been wrong so many times.
So many times
that I have just got to say, folks,
right.
Mark it down. Syracuse is going to win this game against Wake Forest. I'm taking Syracuse with the points. So they could still lose, but...
Oh, now you want to pick because I pick against them. Well, here we go.
I'm just playing. You know I don't
Be
pick.
the hero.
You know,
Be the hero,
I'm just saying. That was Focker, right?
Yeah, I said Focker. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Still, I'm thinking in my head, do I edit that?
Oh,
beep that?
stop it.
Oh, you shut up. All right, look, that's it. That's all we got. Joe's in a sour mood. It was his idea to split up the shows. And so, anyway, I want to thank...
So, who cares?
Who cares?
It was great.
It was great. And it's a bonus. I mean, it's a mediocre show, but, get more mediocrity. So,
yeah.
Right?
That's what I always say.
Yeah, that's what I say. I want to thank...
on there, Focker.
I want to thank MyBookie. All right, Joe, it's enough. I want to thank MyBookie. Go to MyBookie, enter the promo code CHAIR at when you create your account or at checkout, and they'll match you dollar for dollar. And you could also get a free bet on the Lions-Bears game. Was it the Lions and Bears? Oh, my. I think it was. And also, you can put as much as $250 down that game and not lose a single thing. I also want to thank Blue Chew. Go to bluechew.com, enter the promo code armchair. You just pay $5 shipping, and you can try it out for free. So that is that. I want to thank all of you for listening. Don't forget, Buy, Sell, or Hold with James Zuba is coming up next episode. and we will be taking the questions probably Thursday night, maybe after the game, something like that. I don't know, maybe before then. But either way, thanks to James on guitar, and I guess that's it, Joe. I'm stalling because I don't have the soundboard up. All right, for Joe, I'm Sean. We're out.
Hey.
Thanks for listening to the Cuse Militia Podcast, the fan's voice with Sean and Joe.